Dear friends, welcome back. This is another video about the mini-series started with the last one about connecting your NUX Mighty device to smartphone through USB instead of the only Bluetooth. So let's continue from what we have seen before. Before we start using the apps for recording, tuning or something like that, we need to make another passage because I believe it's important to explain the configuration of USB audio connection in our device because there are different options. I will be using a NUX Mighty Air as usual. If you have a NUX Mighty Plug MP2, that is exactly identical. MP Pro and Mighty Space have additional options I cannot cover here because I don't have a device to make the testing and to show you exactly the meaning, but I think that you will be able to figure it out. So let's see. I have the smartphone already connected as we have seen in the previous video. You see NUX Mighty Air is turned off for the moment. Let's turn it on, pressing the button. This is okay, now it's turning on. You see it sounded because it was connected through Bluetooth, because for the configuration we will need to use the Bluetooth connection. I will show you first how to do it with the official app, and then with Mightier Amp that has a better explanation of the meaning. If I start Mightier Amp, so the official app from NUX, you see it is trying to connect, it's connecting to the device, okay. Now it is connected through Bluetooth to the Mighty Air as usual. If I press setting, you see that it was recognized, and have a look at the second option, USB audio setting. If I press it, I have three possible options: REAMP, normal and dry out. What is the meaning? Normal is the standard configuration, where in simple words, what you hear from your headphone is what is sent through the USB audio output. So what you will be recording or sending to an external device like your computer or your smartphone, in this case, will be exactly what you hear with your headphone. There are some exceptions. For example, if you have backing track, the backing track that you hear through Bluetooth, for example, because you are using it to sound over it, is not sent through USB. Only your guitar will be recorded. That is important. It's good in my opinion, because this way you can use the backing track, play over it, and then you can use the software, so BandLab for the apps we will be using, or any other software for recording to make the mix, to add the backing track after, so you can balance correctly the volume and everything else, and you don't need to fine-tune that while you record. So have a look. Normal is this regular output. Then there is a possibility to select dry out. In this configuration, what the device will send out is the perfectly clean sound coming from your guitar before the FX chain. None of the effects you decided, the IR, the amp simulator or everything else will not apply. You will have a perfectly clean sound. Of course, this is like recording a raw picture using your camera. It is used for making the production after the recording. You don't want effects in the recording. You want a perfectly clean sound in order to rearrange it and remixing it later. Then there is the last option, that is REAMP. This one is exactly to do what comes next. So in this case, what the device will receive as USB audio input, so from your computer, for example, will be a dry signal that you have already recorded into your device. Then the device will, so the device I mean Mighty Air, will apply the FX chain you have decided, and through the USB out, it will send the elaborated sound. So, in simple words, if you select normal, what comes? This is the input, the FX chain is applied, and the output is coming through USB to your computer or smartphone. With dry out, what enters here is going out from USB, no effects are applied. In your headphone you will hear the fully elaborated sound, but the recording will only cover the input, the perfectly clean guitar. If you select REAMP, what is intended is maybe not to have your guitar connected, but from your computer, so through the input, because this connection is input-output. From the you input to the NUX a dry sound, so perfectly clean. The FX chain is applied and the output is the elaborated sound. That is the meaning of that. Frank, I can anticipate you that we cannot use this, leverage this functionality using only our smartphone, at least with the application I have been using. But you can do it if you use your computer. Maybe if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I will evaluate the possibility to make a more advanced video in the future to show you how to use this REAMP functionality. Now, an important thing that I would like to show you is how this is configured in the other amp provided by Tuntori, Mightier Amp, because in that one, in my opinion, it is much more self-explanatory. You will have exactly the same functionality. So let me go to settings, let's scan it, okay, connect it, as we have seen in previous videos. So I'm going fast in this part, please forgive me. Okay, now it is connected. You see, we also here we have the option USB audio setting, exactly as we do in the official app. If we press on it, you see that Tuntori was so kind to provide pictures related to every option that shows exactly how it is happening. You see that the picture is self-explanatory. If I select the normal, the guitar goes through the FX chain and then the effect is going out through USB. And the USB input that is still valid will be coming from the external. If I press dry out, you see that the output USB is taken directly from the guitar before applying the FX chain, as we explained before. If I select REAMP, you see that the guitar is excluded. The input is going from USB, going through the FX chain, and then the USB output is sent again to your computer, for example. So I think this picture makes it easier to remember what is the meaning of this. In the next video, coming very soon, we will see how to use this option, in particular the normal one, because we are trying something in mobility, so we are not going on with advanced techniques. I will show you them if you are interested, but for the moment what we want to do is to have the possibility of having only our smartphone and the NUX device to record our guitar, even if we are traveling or outside our studio, our office. So thank you for watching. If you have other interest in something is not clear and you want additional details, please let me know in the comments. In the meantime, see you next time. Bye bye.